Consuming 15 eggs daily for a full month would bring both short-term and long-term physiological changes to the body, given the high intake of protein, fats, and other nutrients in eggs. Here's a detailed timeline of how this might affect the body. Week 1. Initial adaptation. Increased protein intake. Eggs are rich in high-quality protein. Eating 15 eggs per day would introduce about 100 to 110 grams of protein, likely exceeding the average protein requirement for most people. This high protein intake might initially increase feelings of satiety, reduce hunger pangs, and lead to slight weight gain, particularly if other food intake isn't adjusted. Digestive adjustments. The digestive system would need to adapt to the high intake of eggs, which may cause symptoms like bloating, gas, or even constipation for some. People with a sensitivity to eggs might also experience digestive upset. Cholesterol levels. Eggs contain dietary cholesterol, and consuming this many eggs would likely increase cholesterol intake to over 3,000 milligrams daily. Although dietary cholesterol doesn't always impact blood cholesterol significantly, those with genetic predispositions to cholesterol sensitivity may see a rapid increase in LDL or bad cholesterol, potentially raising cardiovascular risk factors. Increased fat intake. Eggs contain about 5 grams of fat each, leading to around 75 grams of fat daily from eggs alone. This increase in fat could provide extra energy and even contribute to some fat storage if not burned off through activity. Week 2. Body response and cholesterol impact. The liver metabolizes cholesterol and other fats. With a consistently high intake, the liver might start to work harder to manage excess cholesterol. In some people, this could result in a rise in LDL cholesterol, leading to fatty deposits in blood vessels. Eggs are nutrient-dense, containing vitamins A, B, D, and others. While beneficial in moderate amounts, consuming excess fat-soluble vitamins like vitamin A could put a slight strain on the liver, as fat-soluble vitamins accumulate more readily in the body than water-soluble ones. With such a high protein and fat intake, the digestive system may struggle, leading to symptoms like indigestion, acid reflux, or more intense constipation if fiber isn't sufficiently added to the diet. Weight gain or changes in body composition. The body may begin to show visible changes, including potential muscle gain if combined with exercise, or fat gain if not balanced by caloric expenditure. While eggs provide a complete amino acid profile supporting muscle repair and growth, excess calories could lead to fat accumulation. Week 3. Metabolic adjustments. Increased uric acid levels. Consuming high protein can increase uric acid production, potentially elevating the risk for gout in susceptible individuals, which is characterized by joint pain and inflammation. Possible insulin resistance. Some studies suggest that a high intake of dietary cholesterol and saturated fats may lead to increased insulin resistance over time, especially if the person is not physically active. This could put strain on blood sugar regulation, making it harder to maintain stable energy levels. Elevated cardiovascular risks. The increase in LDL cholesterol, triglycerides, and possibly total cholesterol may lead to cardiovascular concerns. High cholesterol and fat accumulation can lead to the formation of arterial plaque, increasing the risk of heart disease or other cardiovascular issues. Hormonal impact. High protein and fat intake can influence hormone production, potentially boosting testosterone levels in some men, which may affect mood, energy, and muscle synthesis. However, imbalances in the long term can disrupt other hormones, like cortisol, which could lead to increased stress and fatigue. Week 4. Potential long-term health effects. Cardiovascular strain. Continuous high intake of cholesterol and saturated fats could contribute to chronic cardiovascular strain. If LDL cholesterol levels remain elevated, there is a heightened risk for atherosclerosis, where arteries stiffen and narrow, which can restrict blood flow and increase heart disease risk. Potential kidney strain. A prolonged high-protein diet may stress the kidneys, especially in those predisposed to kidney issues. The kidneys must filter out nitrogen waste products generated by protein metabolism, and over time, excessive strain could contribute to kidney dysfunction or increase the risk for kidney stones. Inflammation and oxidative stress. Excess cholesterol and saturated fats can lead to oxidative stress in the body, which contributes to inflammation. Chronic inflammation is linked to conditions like diabetes, metabolic syndrome, and cardiovascular disease. Digestive fatigue. Constantly consuming high-fat foods can lead to digestive fatigue, where the body becomes inefficient in digesting heavy meals, causing more persistent bloating, discomfort, and possible malabsorption issues. Potential weight gain. Excess calories could lead to a noticeable increase in body fat if the increased caloric intake is not balanced with physical activity. Even though eggs are protein-rich, they still contribute significantly to overall calorie intake. Overall health impact after 30 days. At the end of 30 days, the body would likely show a combination of short-term adaptations and some signs of strain due to the unbalanced intake. Major impacts may include elevated cholesterol levels, possible insulin resistance, cardiovascular risk, kidney strain, and digestive fatigue. While eggs are nutrient-dense and beneficial in moderation, the sheer quantity could lead to health concerns, particularly regarding heart and kidney health if continued in the long term.